In this video, you're going to expand your vocabulary with common business English expressions to help you sound very professional, very fluent, and very advanced. Make sure you watch right to the end because I'm going to quiz you on all of your new business English expressions. Welcome back to JForrest English. I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Let's talk about due diligence. Due diligence. Have you heard this before? Due diligence is the concept of doing very thorough research or investigation before making a decision. For example, before signing the contract, make sure you do your due diligence. And remember, due diligence, that's simply the research and investigation before signing the contract. So that's the decision you're about to make, the decision to sign the contract. Do your due diligence. Now don't be confused here because the verb I just used is do. You do due diligence. Do is the casual verb. You can also use a more formal verb such as conduct due diligence. For example, before you accept the job offer, you should conduct extensive due diligence on the company. So you should research the company, you should investigate the company, and you should do that thoroughly to make sure you're making the right decision. So you can do due diligence or you can conduct due diligence. Now let's talk about a win-win situation. This is a situation in which all parties benefit. You win, I win, it's a win-win. For example, subscribing to this YouTube channel is a win-win situation. You win because you get to watch all of this amazing content to help you improve your English for free. And I win because by subscribing, that tells YouTube that this is a popular channel, a popular video, and YouTube will recommend it to more people. So it's a win-win situation. So make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share this video with your friends for that win-win situation. In a business context, you should also be asking yourself the question, how can I make this a win-win? You don't have to add the word situation. Native speakers will commonly drop it. How can I make this a win-win? If I ask my boss for a promotion, how can I make that a win-win? If you can make it a win-win and you can explain the reasons why your boss will win and you will win, well then they're more likely to give you the promotion. And if you think it's a win-win, then put that in the comments. Jennifer, it's a win-win. Subscribing to this YouTube channel is a win-win. Jennifer, it's a win-win. Put that in the comments. Let's talk about to break the ice. When you break the ice, you initiate a conversation and you do that for the first time. This is used in both social settings like a party or a business setting like before a meeting or a conference. And when you break the ice, it's so you can have that initial conversation and get rid of that awkwardness when you're at a party or a meeting and you don't really know everyone there. So that's why at the beginning of a meeting or a conference, they'll often have some activities planned simply to help you break the ice. Or your boss might say, make sure you break the ice before you pitch them the product. So you don't want to start the meeting by saying, this is my product, you should buy it. You want to have some conversation first. You want to break the ice. Our next expression is to close the deal. This is when you finalize and secure a business agreement. So it means everything is complete, it's a done deal. So your boss could ask you, did you close the deal? They want to know if they've signed the contract and they're officially a customer. But maybe you reply and say, not yet, they're still doing their due diligence. Remember, you do due diligence. And then you can question, how can we make this a win-win situation so they'll want to close the deal? Now let's talk about cutting edge. This is an adjective that's often used to describe products or entire companies. If something's cutting edge, it means it's at the forefront of technology and innovation. You might say, I love working for a cutting edge company, a company that's always at the forefront, the very top of technology and innovation. Or you could say the research team is known for developing cutting edge technology. So they develop technology, but it's cutting edge. It's at the forefront of innovation and technology. Our next expression is in the pipeline. When something is in the pipeline, it means it's being developed or planned. So you might ask a company or a team or even a person, do you have any projects in the pipeline? And you're asking them if they have anything that's currently being developed or planned. Are you working on anything new? Do you have anything in the pipeline? Or you might say, let's meet tomorrow to discuss how to finalize everything in the pipeline. Because remember, the things that are in the pipeline, they're in progress. They're currently being developed. They're not final yet. And when they are, hopefully they're cutting edge. I love this next expression, to hit the ground running. This is when you start a project or task with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. And I personally always hit the ground running with new projects and tasks. I also love when my students hit the ground running. For example, Sherry just joined the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my premium program. She just joined the Finally Fluent Academy and she hit the ground running. So she started the program with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. She already started reviewing the lessons. She joined our private community. She's submitting exercises for feedback. She's interacting with the other students. She hit the ground running. Now let's talk about the idiom to put all your eggs in one basket. Have you heard this before? This is when you rely on only one strategy or one idea. So if your eggs are in one basket and you drop that basket, all your eggs will break, right? Because of that, we commonly use this expression in the negative. You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. So if a friend tells you they want to invest all their money, not just some of their money, all their money in one single stock or investment strategy, you might say you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. Or you could say, it's always good to have multiple projects in the pipeline so you don't have all your eggs in one basket. Because if one of those ideas in the pipeline fails, you have other ideas. So that's always a great idea. Let's talk about to be a team player. This describes someone who works well with others in a group. What about you? Are you a team player? Put it in the comments if you are. I know many people have difficulty with this. They have difficulty working with others in a group. So be honest, are you a team player? I could say, I love working with Julio. He's such a team player. Or I could say, Michelle's extremely smart and well qualified, but she's not a team player. So I don't think she's ready for a management position. Because if you're in a management position, you need to be a team player. So don't forget this very valuable skill. Let's talk about to raise the bar. When you raise the bar, you take your standards or your expectations and you raise them. So you have higher standards, higher expectations. I could say that Apple raised the bar on what a cell phone can do. Before Apple, our expectations for cell phones was about here. Now our standards and expectations are up here. And that's because of Apple, in my opinion. Or you could say their products are cutting edge. They've really raised the bar when it comes to home security equipment. So they've raised the expectation or standards, but specific to home security equipment. So are you ready for your quiz to see how well you know these business expressions? Here are the questions. Hit pause, take as much time as you need, and when you're ready to see the answers, hit play. How did you do on that quiz? Well, let's find out. Here are the answers. Hit pause, take as much time as you need to review them, and when you're ready to continue, hit play. How did you do with that quiz? Make sure you share your score in the comments below. And do you think that I've raised the bar on free English lessons? Have I improved the quality, the standard, the expectation? If so, put Jennifer, you've raised the bar, or put raise the bar in the comments below. I would love to hear you say that. And make sure you get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. It's completely free. So this is a win-win. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And why don't you keep improving your vocabulary with this video?